Let's talk about the market as it stands in July and how it has been for the last few days. So I'm going to bring up a graphic here and we're going to talk through this. Let's go here. We are currently sitting on July 15th here. We're on the right. Over the last week, we have sold 48 homes in Tippecanoe County. At the same time, 53 new listings have come on market. 29 houses went under contract in the last week, and 162 listings are currently active in all of Tippecanoe County. So that's what those individual numbers are, but I've got the last 3 weeks of updates in front of me. We can see last week on 7/8, July 8th, there were only 39 new listings, 36 homes sold, so 14 less listings, 12 less sales, and the number under contract and the number of active listings was both less. Any guesses why on July 8th that would be? It's the middle of summer. So if you can almost track the real estate market in many ways with the temperature. You can, as it heats up outside, the real estate market tends to heat up. But last week on July 8th, we were looking backwards at the data for July 8th back to subtract 7, so July 1st. What was in there? Yeah, you got it. 4th of July. 4th of July was in there. All the fireworks, everybody getting away from home for a couple of days. So not as much going on in the market as people were focusing on fun around the holiday. As if we go back the week before that for the data that was pulled on July 1st, we'll see that it's a little more similar to the data for this week. There were 51 new listings versus this week's 53. That week there were 39 sales, 48 this week, so this week's a little hotter in sales. There were 167 active listings versus 162 this week, so still in the same neighborhood, but we have slightly less this week, and 29 went under contract. 36 went under contract, 29 this week, so slightly less under contract. I think that we're still picking up that lethargy from the 4th of July on that particular number. So in a balanced market here in Tippecanoe County, there should be about 300 homes for sale at any given time. When there are less than that, it is a seller's market, which means that, the sellers have the power in the negotiation. They can probably get more, get closer to what they want to sell for. And if you have more than 300, then it is a buyer's market, and the buyers can perhaps push the prices down a little bit. So 162 is very clearly still in the seller's market range. It's only 50%, slightly less than 50% of where the market should be in a balanced market. And what I just said about the real estate market being tied to the temperature means that we're also about to pass an inflection point. We're probably at the peak. It'll probably tick up for another week or two, maybe a month, 6 weeks at the outside. We might push 180, 190 listings. I doubt it, but probably 180. But we also might hang out around this 160 level before the number starts reducing over the winter months. And just a couple of winters ago, maybe even last winter, it was below 100. It was in the 80s and 90s. It was that anemic. So this is as much choice as you're probably likely to see in the market for the foreseeable future. Again, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell the future, but I'm looking at what I see in the market, what my clients are buying and selling, the kind of offers that we're making and that we're receiving, what's going forward, what's being declined, and that's kind of where we are right now. So the market is, kind of at its summer peak, and it will probably slow down again for the winter. So if you want to buy in Tippecanoe County, in Lafayette or West Lafayette, or anywhere in Tippecanoe County or the surrounding counties, White and Carroll and Benton and all the surrounding counties, if you want the most choice, now is the time. As we get into the winter months, it's going to reduce. But it also means that it's the time to sell. I'm a realtor. I get it. I'm always telling people, hey, you should buy, you should sell. But there really isn't a whole lot of advantage to waiting to sell in the winter, because yes, there are going to be less houses on the market, but there are also going to be less buyers in the market over the winter. I say this time and time again. It's part of my, recorded spiel at this point. Have you ever moved in the winter? I have. I moved in a snowstorm once and I swore I would never ever do it again. And, just take a moment and think about that. Do you want to move in a snowstorm? Well, no. And that's an oversimplification of what the winter real estate market, is and looks like and will be, but it's a great way to illustrate the points. So really at the peak of the market right here in the summer, it is the time to buy. It is the time to sell. And interest rates have kind of stabilized where they are right now. The Fed is starting to talk about maybe starting to tick down the federal interest rate here in the coming months, but it's not going to be by tons. It's not going to be a rush back down to 0% by any means. So, that's kind of a synopsis of where we are in the market at the minute. So if you're interested in buying or selling, I would love to be your Lafayette local real estate resource of choice. Please reach out to me. My contact information is below. You can call, text, or email me. All that information is there. If you hit that QR code down there in the corner, you get all of my information loaded up onto your phone or your tablet or device of choice. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us with YouTube and letting people know that we're out here telling people about all the cool things that are going on in Lafayette and about home in Lafayette and how we have chosen to make our home here and how happy we are here, and I hope you are as well.